Adrian and Winnie here, and the top products that we've been requested to do is Dialed Motion's leg extension leg curl, and to directly compare it to Rep's leg extension leg curl that are both being debuted here at Home Gym Con 2025. So we're gonna introduce James, one of the creators.
And we're gonna basically make him show us around, show us some features and talk about it. So, you know, it'd only be fair if Winnie pops that off, just to see how heavy. So how heavy is it, James?
So it's around 37 pounds. We have a little lock unlock here.
This
so keep it from your kids murdering. Okay. So it just slides in there and mounts on the rack.
Not
or
bad.
could this also mount to a wall? Looks
Yep.
like you got anchor points.
You can mount it to a stud on a wall, 5/8 or 1-inch rack.
That's a nice,
nice.
Little touch.
All right, and so we have our bench here.
Do you want to? Should we just let her
Yeah.
wing it?
Yeah.
I mean, she has never
Perfect.
touched this, never seen this, so that's pretty easy, locked in place.
Yeah.
I'm guessing now we just drop onto the foot.
Yeah, so I like to, if you hold here and put a foot here, then you can just grab that and lift up, and you want to set it all the way down onto the foot.
So, and one of the features that we should mention with Dialed Motion.
You want to go all the way down.
Oh, I didn't go to
There
0
you go.
degrees.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is they are making this basically universally compatible. We'll show you there's a bracket that they'll make that you'll swap out if you have, I don't want to put them on the spot, but Rogues, Manta Ray, Iron Masters bench. This is a PRX bench. There's different receiver tubes. They're going to change this bracket so you can put it on lots of different benches.
And it can fit with any cable machine, right? But we're gonna obviously showcase it with the Dialed Motion cable machine that we reviewed a couple years ago.
One of the things we should mention is this is a cable system versus Reps where you could plate load it as well. But when you want to hop on this or just want to start setting it up?
Yeah, so a couple things to set up. These handles are multi-use, so like you saw, Winnie used them to carry it. You can rotate them.
I do really like the spring loaded.
So you can see, you just pull it out and then it's like a hex nut and you can put it how, whatever's ergonomic for you.
Yep, and then next step would be, we have the retractor built into the foot. You can just unlock that, pull it out.
And you've probably seen lots of our Dialed Motion reviews. This cable retractor, they've got one over there, super innovative as it allows you to adjust the cable length.
And this was set for a super tall person, apparently.
Versus a lot of other systems like Reps, you'll see you kind of have to drag the bench into or out of position to make it perfect to get that tension. Here I don't have to. I just click that little switch, click it right in.
So for adjustment, we like to pull this pop pin, bring it out.
That would be much easier.
And then you can adjust this joint to get the height on your shins. So whatever feels right, you can move your feet up just to test.
You can see they got laser cut numbers.
That feels good,
Yeah,
or maybe
sure.
okay.
That's good.
So she can remember that positioning. She
So-
says I'm a 5, 4, whatever.
Yeah. So then you can just hold here and then pull this pop pin, and then bring it down as far as you want to get the stretch you're looking for.
And to get that stretch, they've made a U bracket so it clears the post of your bench. Remembering this is universally compatible. Here, she's got a pretty good stretch, and they've added some padding here, which is nice. Yeah, you didn't kill me, so we're good. How's that feel?
Honestly, very good. We all learned that we were center mid playing soccer, so we all have knee issues.
Oh,
And so I really don't like leg extensions, but this feels good. I feel like my knees are at the exact right position.
you may be able to see the oblong cam to keep that resistance profile smooth. Does it feel smooth? I know it's not. This is still a prototype. They will work out some kinks, which is why they brought it to a show like this.
When are you thinking you're gonna release something like this?
We're hoping to open a pre-order before the end of the year.
Okay.
Okay.
And we realize you're going to have, I would think, based on us tinkering with this for 2 days, one heck of a pre-order, because I think everybody's going to want one of these.
Yes.
There's been a ton of interest. It's on another level from our previous products before,
which has done
those
very
have been
well.
selling out like crazy. So
Yeah. So do you want to set up Winnie for maybe seated leg curls? Because it can do seated leg curls, lying leg curls, and even more than that. So, well, go ahead.
So how we designed the cam, there's resistance in both directions. So really, when you're sitting on it, all you have to do is just adjust it to the position that you'd want it for a seated leg curl.
So this is Leland, the other half of the team there. I shouldn't say half. We have a very supportive wife keeping this thing together as well.
Funding it.
So this is our leg hold down. So you can use it. It just drops on like that, and then it intentionally stops before it hits your legs. So now you can get positioned.
And
So you get,
oh yeah. sorry.
Kick the machine.
Yeah.
And then you just pull this lever, and then you can let go, and it's in ratchet mode.
Yeah.
And you could probably push down.
Yeah, you
if
can
wanted
like
to keep
put some
ratcheting
weight on it if you really want to. We're
Pretty
gonna add some
beefy
more
leg
teeth
roller.
too.
They are.
So I'm guessing you beefed these up to like distribute the weight a little bit more, because as you're doing real heavy, that's going to be a pain point.
It's very smooth. There's a good range of motion.
This is like a foam roller here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in our testing, we found that pretty much any roller we used on these lower ones, it was very comfortable.
Yeah.
Up here, we did get a lot of pressure when it was a smaller roller. And these are also prototype. We're thinking of potentially moving away from this molded PU to a compound with an upholstered cover.
Okay.
We're getting feedback from everyone that walks by and like,
I'm
which
sure
do
you
you
get a ton of
prefer?
it.
Yeah. No, this is nice. I like this.
And I
Yeah.
like the little touches, like the ratcheting. This just pops in, it ratchets, and it's just, you can see the details put into this. Should
It's
we-
all very simple to assemble as well.
So do you mind walking us through lining leg curls?
Yes.
He does mind.
I do
Yeah.
mind. I do
yeah,
mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we just rotate this around. You can see you have adjustment
Forever.
throughout. Yep. So rotating this around just makes it so then this
Doesn't hit
it
your
doesn't
butt.
hit you in the butt.
Okay.
And then you'll want to bring it down a little bit so you can get a better stretch on the hamstrings. Yeah, we'll see what feels right for you.
Okay.
Again, you're going to want to line up your knees with the pivot point.
Right, so knees basically right off the pad, which is
Yeah.
nice. They've kind of beefed up these pads.
This is a little heavy, but
Do you want me to take some off?
no, it's fine.
How's it feel?
It feels nice. I like that this pad is tapered. Hey, I like that this pad is tapered, so it does not feel as uncomfortable on your quad as it might.
All right, but that's not all you can technically do with it, correct? I could use it as a leg roller, or
Leg
Yeah.
catch for decline work.
Yeah.
yes.
Do you want to show us that?
Yeah.
So what they've done is really tried to optimize what you can do with this, rather than buy another, attachment.
Item.
If you're doing declines or whatever you're trying to do with it, or as core work, they've set this up so that you can just use this as a leg catch.
Yeah, so with the cable retractor, you can lock it and move it into position and then lift it up to whatever height you want for the decline work.
We won't kill them.
Yeah.
We won't
I
go
was
too
gonna say, why
high.
don't you hop in on this one?
And
All right, I
then
guess I can.
these handles are adjustable to 6 different positions, so you can choose whatever you like.
And then, so now I can use this to help. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with this bench, so I'm just gonna
Casually.
casually
Wow,
climb
yeah.
up on it.
Wow.
Okay.
And then obviously you can change the leg rollers.
Yeah, you can change the position if you'd like.
Yeah. Get some weight on it.
Nice having this. But it's a nice, cool feature
Yeah.
to like,
Don't you like the pads on your back
pads
of your
are
legs?
nice.
They're nice.
because we have a lot of benches that do this, and I feel like this middle section on a lot of them,
It's
grinding,
bulkier.
it's bulkier, like bolts, and you're just smashing your knees into it. And here I don't feel that, and I have room to go out on the sides a little bit, depending, what feels comfortable to me. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I did hear a rumor.
I heard a rumor it can do at least one more thing.
Yes. So a couple days before coming here, we finished a preacher pad attachment off of a bunch of suggestions from the community.
From Adrian. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I harassed them that much, okay?
And we're pretty excited about it because you can get a really nice force curve for those preacher curls.
Okay.
So yeah, we can set that up. That takes a minute because it's not all dialed in yet.
It's
but-
also in the middle of another
Yeah,
exercise.
So yeah, we can do some setup of that.
Should we make Leland? Do you mind grabbing?
Yeah, show the other half of the team.
One brother's doing a lot of
Should
work
we
here.
swap out?
We've heard Leland doesn't like to talk.
But it was at his request that he wasn't on camera. So.
Yeah.
So they're removing the leg rollers. They just pull off, which is pretty cool. Again, they can tweak any of these things. They can make that screw on if they wanted to, but they seem to sit on there pretty solid.
Yeah, we're thinking for the actual preacher curl, we'll probably replace this whole assembly.
Okay.
So you would just kind of take a pin out of some sort at this hinge, and then you'd have some sort of knurled handle that's ideal for like a preacher.
And would the
Curl.
handle rotate then as you?
Yes.
Because I can imagine right now with those welded, it's going to kind of spin in your hand. Oh, and
Yeah.
so this just pops on just like the
The leg pad.
So it just kind of sits on these. I've not touched this. And then Just, wow, that was really easy.
Yep, and then I'll hook up the cable again.
That was
No,
not.
keep the weight on like you did for me.
Put
No,
about
I'm kidding,
5
I'm
more
kidding.
45s
Yeah.
on that.
Here you
All
go.
right, so I guess I'll try this one out. Now I'm assuming getting in position and grabbing, but I can still adjust this then if I wanted
You
to.
could
right?
adjust this hinge. This one is moving freely now.
Okay, so you just
Okay.
remove the pin there.
Yeah.
But I could adjust this if I wanted to. How much
Yeah.
weight? Dan, don't show it on camera, but that's probably about 400 pounds there.
Yeah, just about.
So I'm
How's it
guessing
feel?
with this, it's still a prototype. It's pretty good. I get a good stretch here. Again, it's a universal bench. Who knows what this is going to go on? But I do feel a little bit like
Yeah.
you can probably optimize that.
Yeah, so you don't really feel it with the leg extension, but when you're doing lighter weight with the curl, you can kind of feel a transition of where
It's very minimal,
yeah,
but you can, like, I'm feeling a great resistance here and a tiny bit.
it changes a little bit in that one
It's
point.
me really focusing
Yeah.
on it. I think at home I wouldn't be like, oh. But still cool to like just get another thing in there.
Yeah, we think it has a lot of potential, and that's something that we'll be fixing the
So I
force
think
curve there.
the hard question is, what are we thinking with price? Do you have any idea? I mean, we're not going to hold anybody to
Yeah,
this, but
yeah.
Yeah. So our next step is really going to be send it out for quote from our actual manufacturer. This was all created, welded by Leland, upholstered by his
shop.
roommate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like this was all done in-house.
This is so cool. You're going to keep this and like put it on your wall, right? Like, it's such a cool
It
thing.
usually just ends
Unless
up
someone
rusted in the
steals it
corner.
before.
Oh, man, you
yeah.
need like a museum.
Yeah, a museum.
This is incredibly well done for just like put together by hand, prototype after prototype. But go ahead,
Appreciate
go
it.
on.
Yeah, so with all that in mind that we don't have production quotes yet, we're hoping to keep the whole assembly under 1,000.
The whole assembly meaning with all the optional, like,
Probably not including the preacher pad.
okay.
Yeah.
But with the leg hold down, the handles, all of that, hopefully under 1,000. We'll probably sell it without the leg hold down if you're just planning to do like prone curls. And that would probably be around 800.
Okay. And then so it'd be like an a la carte if I want to add handles, if I want to add the preacher, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I was very excited to see it in person.
Yes.
I've been following it on Instagram. I must
It's
say,
definitely lived up to expectations.
blown them away.
Yeah.
I am super excited for this. I think for a prototype, this is much better than a lot of production stuff we see.
I think
This
you
is
guys have
so
set
cool.
yourself up to have a very hard time beating this next
You
year.
are not going to fulfill these orders.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks for having your
Appreciate
time.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
We're going to
appreciate it.
head over to Rep and show the competition, but we appreciate you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We already checked out Dialed Motion's leg extension, leg curl,
Which
and
you
now
know since it's the same video.
since it's the same video. So now it's time to do the direct comparison to Rep's leg extension, leg curl. Look at Adam lounging on the
waiting
chair.
for- Oh, hey guys. We filmed with Adam a few years ago at the Arnold, so
Yeah.
we mic'd
Yeah.
him up again. He's been really appreciate your time. He's been very gracious
Of course.
with it. And we're going to use him to kind of walk through some of the features because, yes, I've tinkered with it, but I am not on the design team, so it's good to have an expert.
Neither am I.
Oh, well, then
Kind of.
maybe we could get someone better?
There is no better. There is no better.
No.
So, do you want to hop on this thing and show us? So we've never used it really. Winnie's never touched
Yeah.
it. She'll try leg extensions. So this does leg extensions, lying leg curls. You want me to throw some weight on
Yeah,
that?
go ahead.
And we had the cable's not set up right currently.
But we
We can take it
literally-
off.
We literally just ripped it off
Yeah.
before we started filming.
But
It's not their
that's
fault.
to say it's plate loaded and you could have the selectorized with the cable machine.
And you've got the band pegs there. You can see. So the triple threat there. How's the
Yeah.
resistance feel?
It feels nice.
Grab a band.
Yeah. And the
runs off
handle's
screen.
at the exact right height. I feel like a lot of times I'm reaching very far below me.
Well, it's nice.
So
If
this
you
is good.
hop off this for a second,
Of
you'll
course.
see.
Of course.
We've seen a lot of bench attached leg extension, leg curls, not to insult other companies, but I've never been blown away. I like that they're adding this to give a little more width for comfort. They've beefed up these rollers. But go ahead, Adam, you want to throw that band on there?
Yeah, super easy. Just you got a little peg up here,
Oh, another.
and then
Super easy.
super easy.
Yeah.
Got a peg up here. It just goes down. This is on a roller, so it doesn't
Oh.
affect. And then,
And then if you want, you could go back depending on how much tension you want.
yep.
Oh, he's going
All
to
right, all right,
murder
I'm
you.
testing this. Don't go crazy.
Give her a break,
Yeah,
Adam.
no.
Oh, no, he's not giving you a break right there.
Yeah.
User error.
I thought you worked here.
I know.
So go ahead, give that shot.
Employee error.
Obviously, there's two sets of band
Yeah.
pegs, so she could throw it on both sides, but just for the sake
You
of
can
trying
load
this
it
out.
evenly, but
It definitely feels better with the band.
You can also connect it to a cable machine or maybe I should make Adam connect it to a
on
K
the bottom
machine.
there. Yep.
So you just pull this out,
All good.
and I'm just gonna clip it in. Now you may have to adjust the bench a little bit because we didn't set this up. This is just where it is. So do you
Yeah.
want to just pull that back
So
a
you got
little
the
bit?
wheels on the front, so it's super easy to pick up the bench and then just slide it back
That's
and
just
tell
heavy,
you.
in case anyone was wondering.
Oh, she
There you
went
go.
far back.
Yep.
That's okay.
All right.
Well, that's fine. Now you got ton of tension right at the beginning of the movement.
And it looks like she's got a pretty good stretch there. How's it feel?
It feels good.
This is going to integrate the cam, correct,
Yep.
to balance out
So
that
I got the
resistance
cam
curve.
on the end, so smooth resistance curve. And we tried to
It
make it
feels
work
very
as
good.
best we could for both leg extension and the lying leg curl.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess we can go check out that lying leg curl now.
And then features we haven't really shown. Obviously,
yeah.
these are adjustable depending on your build, but that just kind of worked out that it fit Winnie.
Yeah,
Do you want to hop on for lying leg curls? So this is literally like her first attempt ever getting in.
yeah.
Could probably go back a little more, but
Yeah.
yeah. So simple enough to get into position. Her knees line up pretty well with the
No,
axis of
it
rotation.
feels nice.
How comfortable
There's
is it?
no nice way to get in or out of a
There
leg.
really
curl.
don't.
There's
Yeah.
no good way to do it. You just gotta
No.
roll. Tuck and
Yeah.
roll, tuck and roll.
It feels good. Obviously, I should have adjusted this, but it felt nice. I again like this rounded pad because it's a little more forgiving.
So I guess I got a couple pertinent questions.
Yeah.
How hard or easy is it to get this thing off and on? Because it looks like quite the beast.
We can leave it attached to the cable.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll leave
Just
it there.
to get it on and off the bench, super easy. So you just lock out here. So this pin has a twist lock, so
Is it just a pop pin?
yep. So here I have it completely unlocked and I don't have to touch it. So I don't have to hold it as I pull it.
Okay.
So this will go up now.
Oh.
Okay, so that
So
pulls
pin's
out of the way.
disengaged.
Yep.
There's a pin at the bottom which also has a twist lockout. So
Okay.
I just pull the pin, twist it to lock it out.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's good unattached from the bottom. And then now it's decoupled. So
And then this also has wheels. And I
Yep,
would assume I
and
just
that
use
has
this
wheels.
as a handle to.
okay, so yeah, you can kind of wheelbarrow it around, super easy. So once you're done working out, you just
To my
Take it
wheelbarrow
away.
carrots.
All right, now you try to put it back on. Let's see how easy it is.
So you got the little tabs here that are open, so you can slide this attachment and just clip it in.
I'm guessing when I buy this, I get these pieces come with it. The
and
bottom
this
bolts
is,
on.
They're dependent to the bench you get. So if you have the Nighthawk like we have here, this bracket is for the Nighthawk specifically. And if you have the Blackwing, then you're gonna get one that has a slightly different build, different angle. So that way the bench lines up with the fixed angle on the.
What if
leg
I
attachment.
have like an outdated like AB5000 type model?
The
Is
zero
that still
gap? The
supported?
zero
Yeah,
gap
the zero
has one
gap.
as well. So that's the.
Okay, so you're still supporting those.
Yep, yep. As long as the bench has the spine receiver, it'll work.
So I'm here. I'm just pop my pop
Yep.
pin. Oh, that locked in
Okay.
real easy.
Yeah.
And then I'm dropping this, I guess, into position, and then pull my pop pin. We're pretty good.
Now, and so when are we
Okay.
going to see this in production?
Hopefully end of the year, October, November timeframe.
So would you say this is still a prototype or is this pretty close to the end?
This is pretty early on. This is the same exact one we took to FIBO in Germany a few months ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've had a few iterations since then, talked about changes to make. Obviously we have the manual cable system here,
Yep.
but we're gonna have other options coming that'll all be bolt on. So you'll have the plate loaded version as just kind of the base level,
Uh-huh.
and then you have the manual cable option and potentially another cable option as well.
So would that be like an a la carte? When I go to order, I can
Yep.
pick, and then
Yeah.
you'd have different price
So you
levels.
can add to it. So that way you don't have like just,
Features
the
you
one
don't
thing
need.
with all the features you don't need.
Yeah.
Like not everybody's gonna have a cable stack.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But most people are gonna have weights. So at a base level, you can have a leg extension leg curl attached to your bench that you can plate load and do some bands. And then if you have a cable stack, you get that bonus as well, and you can choose to add that feature on.
All right, now the hard question.
Yeah.
What do you think price point wise this is going to come in at?
Ooh, that is a hard question. I don't feel comfortable saying. I don't even really
not
know.
divulging that information. You make them fall in love with it first,
well, it's
so
just,
whatever number.
I think I maybe knew the price like a couple months ago, but I feel like things have
Yeah, a
changed
lot
so much
changed.
that I don't want to like put a price.
We don't
out
have a
there.
ballpark.
Yeah. I could look it up.
All right.
I gotta pull up the little, our little MRD thing and like look at
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
engineers typed down for me.
So it looks pretty close to a production unit. Like the padding looks fantastic. I did tinker with it the other day, so I thought the resistance was pretty solid. You get a good stretch there. You know, the post wasn't in the way. Obviously on your other like benches, I don't think that's gonna be an issue either because the Blackwing doesn't even have a post here. We've had a lot of ones, I don't wanna call out companies where you bring your heels back and it hits.
Yes.
This is a video.
That's an important thing to note too. We are moving these pads back a little bit, so you do get a little better stretch at the end.
I mean, it's pretty good, but yeah,
it's pretty good. It's pretty good now, but we have room to make it a little better, so we're gonna do that as well.
That's great.
And so this is obviously, we showed dialed motion, as you know, before this.
Yeah.
I think they're two very different products, but at the same time, these are, in my opinion, easily number 1 and 2, depending on your needs and wants.
Yes.
This is it. If you've got the money, it's going to be one of these two. They both seem fantastic to me.
I know. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was great to see this.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you in Louisville. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.